Emotional resilience issues can emerge at a very young age, but as a parent, you can help build that strength and that passion and that courage that they need in order to have a wonderful, successful life. But what does that look like, and how do we raise emotionally resilient kids? Let's take a look at that in this video. Emotional resilience is one of the most important attitudes your kids can cultivate, and this is what allows them to move past challenges and explore all avenues to solve problems they encounter on their own. With that said, though, emotional resilience depends on several factors, namely family support, a positive self-perception, flexible communication, problem solving, and the ability to manage intense feelings and impulses. The most important aspect that I want to talk about first is modeling resilience for your children, because how you act in stressful situations is how your children are going to mirror those emotions when things come up. For instance, if you're waiting in a long line or a long queue at the grocery store, how you deal with that is what is most important. And if you're frustrated or you're in a stressful situation or your kids are out of control and it's chaos like these summer months, you have to take those deep breaths and remember that they're watching your every move. So how you model and how you respond to stressful situations is something that is most important to show them what emotional resilience looks like and how they're to deal with stressful situations when that time comes for them. Number 2. Don't take over for your child. I know as a parent, I struggle with this too. And when my child struggles, I want to swoop in and help them automatically and solve the problem for them. But the best thing that I can do as a parent is to take a step back and remember that I need to give them the framework and help them see to that courage and that success in themselves, that they have the ability to figure out problems and solve them on their own without my assistance all the time. Stepping in to soothe and comfort your child sometimes is a must, and you can do that, but remind them that they can solve these problems on their own with a little bit of time and effort. Number 3, help them develop problem-solving skills. Ideally, you want them to take those struggles and learn from them and bounce back. So teaching your kids problem-solving skills is essential. If they're anxious about an exam, for example, you could encourage them to brainstorm strategies, like how they plan to manage their time in order to study for that exam. So engage your child in exploring all different ways that they can handle these challenges and give them the opportunity to figure out what works and what doesn't. Number 4, encourage a growth mindset, because when you help cultivate this growth mindset, then kids recognize that their intelligence is not fixed. Rather, when they learn and they develop and they grow, they become who that is that they want to be. They can learn new skills. And so helping them along this path, and possibly even getting a coach or an educator to work alongside that they have a really good relationship with, will help them build those positive skills and that self-worth needed to continue learning and knowing that it's a process, that they will never give up on themselves. Number 5, cultivate creativity. We know that problem-solving skills are important to have, but so is creativity. And so you want to cultivate and create that environment whereby your kids feel seen, heard, and appreciated, and they're able to share their creativity and their ideas, because that out-of-box thinking is so necessary as they grow up and they move on to their post-secondary endeavors and also in their future careers. So that creativity is so important to make sure that you unleash and you provide a great setting where they feel that they can share their ideas with you. Number 6, reward initiative and agency. Kids love to be creative and do things on their own. And so it's really important to make sure that they're creative and they have that autonomy and space to develop that self-awareness, empathy, and initiative. And so rewarding your kids by allowing them to understand that there's not external rewards like grades or money, but it's more the internal rewards of knowing that you've done a great job, that you feel successful, that you've possibly done something for someone else, like Jaden has made a card for his brother's 25th birthday today. And they love to do things like puzzles and getting dressed up and putting things together and having their own yard sale. So those are the internal initiatives and creativity and autonomy that should be applauded and rewarded. Number 7, last but not least, teach your kids the value of optimism, because optimism and a positive attitude are key components to emotional resilience. While some kids can be more cheerful than others, we know that a positive attitude attitude can be taught. So remind kids that things can go wrong and will go wrong, and the unexpected will happen, but it's how they choose to move forward with a positive attitude and what steps they take next that will help them maintain that positive mindset and mind frame. Now, let's recap the intricacies of how to raise emotionally resilient kids, and there were 7 different points. Number 1, I talked about model resilience for your children. Number 2, don't take over. Number 3, help your child develop problem-solving skills. Number 4, encourage a growth mindset. Number 5, cultivate creativity. Number 6, reward initiative and agency. And number 7, teach them the value of optimism. If you're a parent, I hope that this video helped you with a few steps on how you can build that emotional resiliency with your kids. At my blog on my website at www.amanda-desilva.com, you will find some resilience activities that you can do with your kids. And I know as a parent, it is difficult to watch your child struggle. It's easier to jump in and help them out. But if you don't give them that autonomy and agency to try to struggle and learn on their own, they will never develop those emotional resilience skills. If you could do me a huge favor and click below where you see the subscribe button, that way you'll be subscribed to my YouTube channel whenever I release a new video that's helpful for you. As well, go to my website at www.amanda-desilva.com where you can sign up for my weekly newsletters and you'll receive the blog with these helpful tips and other helpful activities and information that will go straight to your inbox and alert you each Monday. Thanks for sharing this space with me, and please share this with other people that you know will be of value to them and will help them along their path to developing emotionally resilient kids.